Hello, good morning, everyone. Hope everything is well from your side. Can you hear me? Can you confirm? Hello? Can you please do a thumbs up, do a react, send something in the chat just to make sure you can hear me? Okay, I can see that all as well. Great. Great. Thank you all for joining. I'm also sharing my screen. Let me know. Can you see my slides? It says AI for finance. All's good? Okay, wonderful, wonderful. So, thank you everyone for joining this meeting. This is AI for finance. Thank you for joining this training. I hope that you are having a good day. You will be having a good day today. Everything is good from your side. Today we're having an amazing session, very insightful, about around 2 hours about AI for finance. We have a lot to talk about. I'll be your instructor for this training. This is a recorded webinar. So if you have any questions, please feel free to send them in the Q&A session at any time you want to. Okay. And the recording of this training will be available to you in the chat of the session itself after the post-processing will be completed. So it usually takes just a few hours after the training is fully completed. So you just have to be patient and you will find the recording there. All right. Remember, please, to send your questions in the Q&A section at any time, especially if it's something directly related to the slide that is being explained. I hope that we're having a good time together, and I wish you all the best. So let's get started, right? Are you guys ready? Let me know. Let me see some energy. I cannot start the session actually if you guys are still asleep. Maybe I don't know if you're not on your keyboard. Are you ready to start our session, AI for Finance? Let me see some messages in the chat. Let me see some reactions. Are you guys all here? Are we well awake? Okay. Okay. I need more. I need more. There's only a few people who are showing me some energy, and the others. Come on, guys. All right, wonderful. That's much better, amazing. Great. Now I feel all the energy pumping, and let's just go ahead and start. So basically, uh, here we go. And AI for finance, my friends, we will be talking about transforming finance with a different AI tools. All right. We will see how we can use Copilot for Excel, for example, and how we can provide an exploration, a little bit of the different tools, like for the eye, for example, as well. And we're going to talk also about risk management and fraud detection. Okay, so we are most definitely going to have a short break in the middle of the session, so you don't have to worry about this. Okay, welcome everyone who just joined. So we just finished all the logistics from the beginning to start and so on. Just so you know, the most important thing is feel free to use the Q&A section on MS Teams to send your questions during the session. All right, and I'll have those answered while explaining. Feel free to send any question at any time, especially if it's something directly related to the subject that is being explained. All right, thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here with you today. We are 39 people, 42 people in the session right now. This is amazing. I cannot start to actually go ahead and share all my knowledge with you. I'm the instructor for this session. You'll be hearing my voice a lot. So I'm a Tier 1 Microsoft certified trainer. All right. Certified in different fields, different areas. It's been 8 years that I'm currently teach different courses. And of course, I'm also an AI engineer specialist. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and start tackling, and I'll let my explanation and the modules speak for themselves. So, the purpose of our first lesson will be a foundational session, if you want, to introduce a little bit how AI is reshaping some core finance functions. You see, from automation and analysis to decision making as well. So it provides like an overview of different applications, tools, and of course some different emerging capabilities. So first of all, we're going to look at we're going to understand some key areas of finance where AI is applied. All right. Like, AI is transforming the traditional finance tasks like risk management, um, fraud detection, I would say, algorithmic trading, you see, and of course, customer service. So it's making processes more efficient and more insightful. We'll also be looking at different the identity to identify opportunities for automation and value creation as well. We're going to look at exploring some use cases for reporting, compliance, and forecasting. And we're going to assess the impact of AI on some roles and skills in the finance department. All right. So, as I mentioned, you see, AI is reshaping the finance roles by automating some routine functions, making things much easier for us. So, uh, it's requiring professionals to be able to upskill in some areas like data analysis, for example. Uh, so we have AI tool management and strategic decision making as well, while also creating new roles such as AI specialist and even finance data analyst. So yeah, very interesting things. And let's go. First of all, the question we should be asking ourselves is why AI is becoming essential in finance. You see, today, finance departments, they are under more pressure than ever. And I understand you guys. So uh, they are expected to do more, faster, and also with fewer people, right? I think you can relate. So that actually means handling growing amounts of data, providing real-time insights, and like maintaining the accuracy, you see, all of that, all while still managing costs and staying compliant. So this is exactly where AI can help. First, it automates the repetitive tasks like the data entry, for example, you see, the invoice processing, the reconciliations, maybe. So this will save time and to let the teams to focus on higher value activities like analysis, like strategy, stuff that actually matters. And second, AI improves data quality and reporting because it cleans up the errors, filling in gaps, and also it enables real-time dashboards. So the decisions they can be made faster now, and also they can be made with even more confidence. Uh, and also add that now the AI it supports what we call proactive risk management. Okay, you see this in the third point. It supports proactive risk management. So, like I mean, it can it can detect. I mean, fraud. It can flag anomalies. It can predict potential financial risks even before that they become a specific big problem in the organization. So finally, AI also, of course, enhances the decision making. You see, it spots patterns, it spots trends, in the historical data, helping the finance teams to forecast the cash flow, helping them to plan budgets and even make smarter investments. You see, uh, there's a great quote that sums this up. It says, you can see it here in the slide, it says, AI is enabling finance to move from reactive accounting to proactive decision support. You see? So ultimately, AI isn't just about saving time. You see, it's about making your finance teams more strategic, more forward-looking, and even more impactful as well. Okay, you know, and nowadays, finance departments they are expected to do more. They are expected to do faster and even more accurately, but with fewer people. So, as businesses, they face increasing competition and complexity also. The demands on finance teams they are rising, so they must manage larger volumes of data. Okay, they must provide timely insights. They must maintain high level of accuracy also, and all of that while still controlling the costs, ensuring the compliance. You see, and this is where then the AI will step in to give them a helping hand, like an assistant that they will have personally, a personal assistant that they will have right on their computer, right on their phone, or maybe where do they actually need it. All right. So let's move forward. Okay, nice. Here we have a short video. Okay, it highlights how AI is fueling financial situations in sub-Saharan Africa by helping individuals access credits, healthcare, insurance, and some essential products. You see, so even when they previously had no formal banking history, even AI can help with that. So make sure I'm sharing my sound. And then here's the link of the video that I'm going to share with you in the chat, just in case maybe you liked it, maybe you want to see it again. There you go, it's in the chat. All right, let's have a good look on this video, see how interesting it is.
Mimi ni mwanabiashara na samaki. Nimekuwa nikifanya samaki sahi kwa miaka yangu ya 3. Nilipata ya kwanza nilikuwa hospitali kwa wiki 3, karibu mwezi mmoja na mtoto pia alikuwa na complication ya kupumua na bili ilikuwa imekuja juu.
In Kenya, many are locked out of lending institutions because they did not have access to a bank account and neither did they have access to credit core history. Our mission is around making financing for everyday essentials affordable to everyone. Cell phones have been pretty important in enabling customers to establish their credit history. When you acquire a cell phone and realize that you're a good payer, we are able to unlock additional products like access to cash loans and also access to our insurance health product. To date, Copper has been able to finance over 3 million customers. Azure AI powers our engineering flows and the backdrop upon which our credit analytics and loan repayment models run off. Microsoft AI models enable us to detect patterns and help us to be able to predict our customers' repayment behavior. Our AI model for cash loan eligibility decisioning shows potential to improve cash loan portfolio performance by up to 30%.
Wakatutumia pesa, tukawa tumepata kulipa pale hospitali. Ninaomba kama nimaliza loan ninayo, at least ni inapata kutoka from fish vendor to ina wholesaler. Inaweza nisaidia kuendelesha biashara yangu
Microsoft AI will continue to be our tool of choice to improve our predictive capability so that we can unlock digital and financial inclusion to millions of customers in sub-Saharan Africa.
All right, my friends. So as you see, it's great. You have watched how Ancopa uses AI to expand digital and financial inclusion across the sub-Saharan Africa. So you noticed like when first we had a fish seller describing facing major hospital bills after that her child had serious breathing complications. So without access to traditional bank accounts or credit cards, she was locked out of conventional lending options. So this sets the stage for critical digital inclusion. You see, guys? Also, uh, many citizens across the regions, maybe they lack bank accounts or credit history, preventing them from receiving loans or essential needs. But AI helps bridge this gap by analyzing the alternative signals. So there's a lot of very interesting things here. Um, let's move forward a little bit also. Uh, so this is we just covered that. All right. So here we have another video, Moody's AI transformation with Microsoft. So here we have a few key points before we watch the video. Basically, we're going to be looking at uh, AI isn't just about faster analysis. You see, it's about synthesizing multiple perspectives, enriching the human reasoning, and also empowering experts with new capabilities through the LLMs. So Moody is a company. You see, it's more than 100 years old. I think it's a very big old company. It's old, but it's still in the market because it evolved. It went with the market, not against it. You see, let's have a look at what they did.
Moody's Corporation has been in business for over 100 years. We started back in the early part of the 20th century, publishing books to help people understand risk. What we do now is we pull together information and try to understand the dynamics that might lead to a future state that we might want to understand better. And generative AI really gives you the ability to bring multiple perspectives to the table and then aggregate and synthesize understanding across those different perspectives. And our ability to think about the future together with our customers is really enriched when you start to think about large language models and the ability to really generate ideas and reasoning across multiple areas of expertise. And I think we have a chance to do that much more quickly, much more efficiently, much more effectively. We've had a great experience working with the people at Microsoft. We've been working very hard on a co-pilot concept we're calling the research assistant. At Moody's, we publish tons of content and have powerful databases, and we're bringing those together in order to produce analysis in a way that comes forth. As a user of Microsoft Teams, you think about your daily work environment and your canvas that you're working with, you'll be able to leverage the Moody's content and anchor some of the work that you're doing in your day-to-day activities. With Fabric, I think we're going to be able to make Moody's content even more discoverable and to be a part of a network and marketplace where other sources of content can be combined to add more value for our customers in order to really leverage, say, LLM technology or other work they might be doing. I would say this is one of the most energizing, most interesting, maybe most inspiring moments, certainly in my career, I think maybe of our generation.
All right, guys. So you see how AI can work inside daily workflows, how Microsoft Fabric matters. There's a lot of very interesting stuff. Uh, like as we said today, the role of Moody's, for example, is mainly to synthesize the information to be able to understand future dynamics, and AI amplifies their abilities to do this. You see, generative AI helps bring multiple perspectives together and synthesize understanding also across the different domains. Like we have faster reasoning, broader analysis, deeper insights. You see, LLMs also significantly augment the human expertise. It's always better, faster. What was that? What was the song? Uh, Better, faster, greater, stronger, something like that. So yeah, that's it. Basically, an AI enables the researchers to be able to like generate ideas, reasoning more quickly and efficiently than the traditional manual processing allows. You see, this is what I was trying to say. So it is a shift from the humans that are collecting data to to humans that are, instead of collecting, we are now interpreting AI synthesized insights. So nice. Now let's walk through some of the core ways that AI is being used in finance today. Okay, so here we have some use cases that like highlight how AI can make finance operations more efficient, more accurate, and also more strategic. So, like, first of all, let's talk about transaction automation. You see, so for example, in this use case, um, AI can help automate routine tasks, you see, like expense categorization, invoice processing, and payment reconciliation. So this will reduce the manual work, it will speed up the processing, and it will minimize the errors, right? And if we want to talk about financial forecasting, even, we have AI models that analyze historical financial data, be able to predict future trends. You see, like cash flow, like revenue, expenses, and that. And these forecasts, they help the finance teams to plan ahead and make better financial decisions. All right. Um, on three, we have risk and fraud detection. So you see, I already mentioned this, but of course, AI, like, it monitors transactions in a real time to be able to detect the unusual activity or the patterns that it might indicate fraud. And this will allow the finance team to be able to act quickly and to reduce the risk. We have compliance monitoring as well, where AI scans transactions, it scans documents and communications also to ensure that they meet the regulatory requirements. You see, it flags missing data or policy violations, even helping organizations to stay compliant. Okay. After that, let's see, we have compliance monitoring, as just said, and also, lastly, strategic planning use case. So, in this use case, AI is used to analyze. AI is used to analyze market trends and adjust investment strategies automatically. You see, it helps to optimize portfolio performance, manage risk effectively. We also can work with chatbots, virtual assistants, um, and like they will handle all the customer inquiries, perform some routine tasks, and even provide quick, accurate responses, freeing up the human agents for more complex issues. You see, so basically, these use cases just like they show how much AI is transforming the finance function, enabling teams to do more with less, I would say, while also improving the accuracy, of course, the insights and the responsiveness. So let me know, guys, is everything good from your side so far? Do we have any questions? So the link for the Moody's company is not available to me because this video is implemented in the document and not on the internet. But I'm sure if you do a quick research, you can find something similar, or you can find the video itself on the net. All right, thank you so much for this question. And see the Q&A section is empty right now. So I feel like everything is good, all is clear from now up until now. Do me a thumbs up just to do a quick check. All is good. We proceed. Okay, my friends, thank you so much. So let's move forward. In your opinion, before and after the use of AI, what are some examples? So you can see here the pile of papers on the desk, of course, and the different uh, things that we used to work with and to do. But now with AI, we are more into insight gathering and interpreting the data instead of looking through it to not just understand it, but make it, create it, and all of that. So, like basically, before AI, we used to manually match, for example, purchase orders and data entry and even tracking payments and so on. So, like finance teams, they traditionally rely on manual processes. Uh, to ensure like the details and the purchase orders they match the invoice received, and the employees they used to spend hours entering invoice data into spreadsheets, tracking payment schedules, uh, what else, investigating discrepancies and so on. So this manual approach is time consuming. You see, it's prone to errors, and it often results in delayed payment and inefficient auditing. So with AI now, we have what we call OCR. So what's OCR is called optical character recognition. You see, AI matches invoices to POs, and it flags mismatches as well. With the introduction of optical character recognition, which is also combined with the AI invoices, for example, that are combined with AI, the invoices that are with you, they will be like automatically scanned. Then the data will be extracted and it will be matched against the corresponding purchase orders. AI will cross-check amounts. It will cross-check the dates and other relevant information all in real time using this optical character recognition. You see, and if there's a mismatch, the AI flags the invoice for the further review. And uh, this automation also speeds up the process, reduces the errors, and even allows the teams to focus on resolving only the mismatches. And they will have increased productivity. You see, they know now where to target, what to focus on. So, if you want to take other examples, we have like revenue forecasting. You see, before we used to use last year's numbers, last year's spreadsheet, and all of that. Now, it is very different. Now we have machine learning models for accounts, for seasonality, for trends, for real-time input, even. So it became like a continuous process. You see, machine learning models, they leverage vast data sets, incorporating not just historical revenue data, but also the current trends. You see, the seasonality, the market shift, and the real-time input also, such as customer purchases and external factors like economic conditions. And these models continuously learn from new data, improving the accuracy for future forecasts. So with AI's ability to process and interpret large data sets, businesses they can make more informed, dynamic revenue predictions that will help with strategic planning and decision making. Okay, we can see more use cases like risk alerts. All right, so before we used to have internal audit to find the issues on during the post events, but now AI will flag the anomalies immediately and to route them to be reviewed so we can check them out before even that the risk happens. You see, so very powerful and very nice. All right, let's move forward onto another video. All right, where we see how DeepSea is transforming the financial services industry with Microsoft Azure AI Foundry and agentic AI as well. So DeepSea, for those of you who don't know, DeepSea is a full platform service that helps front, middle, and back office employees at the banks to be able to like automate processes and gain intelligence also. So with Azure AI Foundry, DeepSea's core agent, which is named Deep GPT, will extract knowledge from documents and it will integrate it into the workflow. You see, DeepSea is reducing manual work, it's improving efficiency and eliminating the significant risks. So let's have a look at the video. All right.
In the world of financial services, the result has to be a 1 or a 0. It can't probably be a 1.
DeepSea is a full platform service with agents specifically focused on helping front, middle, back office employees at tier 1 banks to regional and community banks.
One of the biggest problems in financial services is how can they automate more efficiently and get intelligence about that automation. The thing that we're excited about is Microsoft understands that vertical AI-powered solutions are the future.
So DeepSea AI really creates knowledge process automation. Our agents go through reasoning, being able to read and understand documentation, and a verification layer as well. Azure AI Foundry create the opportunity for one of our core agents, DeepGPT, to be able to bring knowledge from documents such as policy and procedure documents and be able to drive that back to their core workflow day in, day out.
The idea that we have less manual work around duration matching and trade settlement and loan books, it's a perfect example of where AI can be very helpful to humans.
The most important thing in financial services is you have to be right, because a decimal place being off 1, a routing number just being 1 digit off is a really big deal. We saw a reduction of risk to 0, which previously was like an 8-figure risk that was out there.
Some of the biggest impacts we've seen is an immediate 30 to 50% efficiency gain.
And the latest generations of agentic AI are also creating opportunities to be able to imbue the right type of subject matter expertise for that given process.
We're allowing these businesses to scale in ways that they didn't realize that they could.
What we always say is you come to us for the automation, but you really stay and expand for the intelligence.
So guys, you see the CEO had said a very important sentence, very nice sentence that I agree with. You came to us for the automation, but you stay for the intelligence. You see, very powerful AI tool. And in this service, as they mentioned also, if we are off by 1 digit or 1 semicolon, you see, it's a pretty big deal. So, for a small bank account, not for people who are basically, because a 0 next to a 0 will always stay a 0, no matter the decimals. So basically, let's check out some common tools and platforms that we can work with. What do you think? Basically, AI tools they are revolutionizing the finance sector now. You see, they are empowering organizations with automation, improved decision making. I'd say even enhanced reporting capabilities. So we have, like, for example, an ERP system with all the different ERP systems with AI modules, like Microsoft Dynamics 365 Finance on the top, of course. We have Oracle Cloud ERP, for example. We have SAP, and we have for HANA, and so on. So, all these systems, they integrate AI-driven functionalities to help finance professionals automate financial processes, predict some trends, and even optimize cash flow management. So we have features in Microsoft Dynamics 365 Finance that like predictive analytics, for example, or anomaly detection, financial insights. You see, they allow businesses to make data-driven decisions, improving operational efficiency and reducing the financial risks as well. So we have other systems, as I said, like Oracle Cloud. You see, it combines AI and machine learning to automate some manual tasks and so on for budgeting and so. Also, we have AI-powered reporting tools and dashboards like Power BI with Copilot and Copilot and Microsoft Excel, of course. So, like, for instance, Power BI, it integrates with Microsoft Copilot, so it will enhance data visualization and reporting. With AI-driven insights, Copilot can generate actionable financial reports. It can detect the trends and even predict future financial outcomes. So this tool can help the finance teams to create dynamic dashboards for real-time finance monitoring and scenario analysis. You see, similar with a Copilot also, of course. We can also think about Workday adaptive planning, for example, if you know it. It combines AI with some advanced analytics for real-time financial planning, for budgeting, and even forecasting. So it helps organization like model some complex financial scenarios, providing insights into cost management, revenue prediction, and resource allocation with greater accuracy. All right. I would say, for example, if you know KPMG Clara. Okay, this is a tool for automation and intelligence engines like UiPath, like Blue Prism. You see, even Power Automate RPA, for example, robotic process automations. So all these stuff, like these tools, they provide an intelligent automation platform that is designed for financial institutions to be able to streamline tasks like regulatory reporting, data entry, audit trail maintenance, all of that stuff, you see. So the AI capabilities, they enable automated decision making, enhanced data validation, and process optimization, significantly reducing the operational costs. All right. I would say also, if you want to talk more about KPMG Clara, this is AI for audit and compliance. It's an AI-powered audit platform that utilizes advanced analytics. It's very powerful to enhance the auditing processes. You see, it uses AI to identify financial risks, detect fraud, automate compliance, and even provides like real-time insights that improves the accuracy and speed of the audit. So I have already mentioned AI, with Excel and so on. It helps for financial modeling, forecasting, You can do what if analysis as well. So very interesting stuff. Okay, nice. We have another short video here, and it's just your luck. This one is actually on the net. Here's the link. I'm sharing this to you with you in the chat also, if you'd like to have a look at it later on. So let's see now our workday reimagined using Microsoft Copilot in AI. What can we work with? What can we do? All right.
We're excited about using the Microsoft 365 Copilot agent as well.
It's the next step in our journey where we can use the Copilot built precisely for the work we do daily, like data reconciliations and the variance analysis.
For data reconciliation, I just select the data source I want to compare. It automatically aligns the data categories, but I can edit them if I need to. Then it creates the reconciliation report with details of the discrepancies. I can copy the summary right into the report. And finally, it will help investigate each transaction.
I can only imagine how much easier that'll make your life. Saving time, creating all the index match statements, and then having Copilot create the report for you.
So my friends, you see how easy it is. You can work with Copilot. It much more saves our time and also be more productive. We make sure that there's no place for human errors even. So very interesting. All right. Nice. We have another more specific video here with financial reconciliation agents for Copilot for Finance. So here, before we dive into this short but practical walkthrough, here are a few guiding points. All right, we will see here a tool that's called Microsoft 365 Copilot for Finance, but specifically the financial reconciliation agent. Okay, it helps you finance teams. Finance teams to automate data cleansing, reconciliation tasks that traditionally requires significant manual effort. Okay, the key concept is that, remember, AI is not replacing accounting expertise. Okay, of course, it's not replacing it. It is augmenting the finance professionals by eliminating the repetitive tasks, by like working, allowing you guys to focus on higher value analysis and decision making. Okay, so while you're watching the video on the traditional reconciliation pain point, cleansing the data, cleansing exported files, for example, manual data preparations, searching for errors across multiple systems, maybe like how the finance reconciliation agent automate these steps, or customizing instructions, say, I don't know, single click execution, you see, stuff like that. So I'll shut up, let you just watch the video, see the different features and functionalities that we can look at. All right.
Move beyond the traditional manual and repetitive task of data reconciliation with Microsoft 365 Copilot for Finance. Let's say you are a finance manager and you spend time every week in Excel reconciling intercompany expenses, often pulled from disparate financial systems. Normally, this would mean you have to manually cleanse the exported data using formulas to identify records that were incorrectly recorded. With a financial reconciliation agent, the data cleansing process to support reconciliation can now be easily automated. When you onboard the agent, you can give specific, customizable instructions on how you'd like the data to be prepared, with it suggesting additional action plans based on its own financial expertise. With a single click, The agent executes the data cleansing and reconciliation process while giving full control to correct, customize, or add additional tasks. You can also save as a template and configure the agent to run on a regular basis to automate manual tasks like data cleansing. With the financial reconciliation agent as your partner, you can move beyond the mundane and eliminate time spent on preparing and cleansing critical financial data from any source.
Great. You've just seen how Microsoft 365 Copilot for Finance transforms one of the most time-consuming finance workflows, right? Which is data reconciliation. So let's have a look a little bit more about what we have to explain as well. What more do we have? We have a short use case over here. Okay, are you ready? Let's tackle this together. So let's see, we have a short problem where where the problem is that tasks are manual, they are stressful, they are error-prone processes. You see, we have like monthly, quarterly financial close processes. They are traditionally manual and time-consuming, right? So just traditionally manual and time consuming. So I would say like they require significant human input to be able to reconcile the accounts, review the journey, and be like the journal entries, compiling the reports, and all of that stuff. So this manual process often leads to the human errors, you see, and inconsistencies in the data, which can cause delays and can require rework also. So the closed process can also be highly stressful with the finance teams. You see, because working under time pressure to meet deadlines and ensuring compliance, all of that can lead to like inefficiencies and increased costs. But with AI, now we have AI-powered tools that will help transform this financial close process by automating and streamlining some key tasks. Okay, so AI ensures that the various tasks in the close process, like account reconciliation, journal entries, financial reporting, they are all done in the correct order. Okay, we have some pre-sequencing tasks also that involves automating the scheduling of different steps that are based on deadlines, they are on available data, ensuring a smooth workflow and timely completion of the close as well. You see, of course, also you can work with journal entries that are reviewed for anomalies. You see, so here this is point number 2. Well, I would say we have like AI algorithms. They can analyze more the journal entries in real time. They can flag any anomaly that we have, such as entries that don't align with historical trends, maybe. Um, you see, with historical patterns, catch errors early, improving the accuracy of the finance reporting and reducing the chances of mistakes or like fraudulent activities. All right. The video part. Sorry. I just noticed that. So can you see the use case? Maybe it's a connection issue. Let me know. Can you see the use case? I'm sharing my screen again. Can you confirm? Hey guys. All right, you able to see the use case? Great, thank you for confirming. So I will not repeat what I was saying. Basically, it's just simple stuff, just looking in the use case, explaining the better use of AI instead of manually closing and doing the repetitive stuff. You see, we can work with supporting documents also that are auto-matched, even like automation of document matching will eliminate the manual reconciliation and it will reduce the risk of mismatches or the missing data, making processes more efficiently and more reliable to our workers. We also have narrative summaries and generated that are generated for reports. So, like AI tools, they can generate these narrative summaries automatically for financial reports, providing you guys context around like key numbers and different variances. So these AI generated narratives, they help the financial professionals quickly understand the story behind the data and help to assist in preparing the reports for stakeholders without even manually writing details commentary. You see, we have different tools to help with this, like Dynamics 365 Finance, for instance. We have Azure AI, we have machine learning, we have machine learning models, Microsoft 365 Copilot for sure. We have Blackline, a software called Blackline. It is a cloud-based financial close automation tool, you see, designed to streamline the reconciliation and finance close processes. So let's just move forward. Let's have a short video to demo what I was talking about, basically, to make things easier to understand. Okay, we have here in Dynamics 365 Finance, how we are going to optimize the year-end close using AI. So make sure to share the sound. Okay, and here we go.
Hi, in this short
Let me just share the link with you. All right.
video, I'm going to introduce the new functionality of Optimize Year-End Close that accelerates the year-end close processing. I am Mohammed Amir. I'm a senior product manager at Microsoft Dynamics 365 Finance team. Let's start from year-end close from the accounting perspective. The year-end close is closing the books of the current year and move its balances to the next year. Here we need to remark the difference between balance sheet accounts and P&L accounts. The balances of balance sheet accounts are moved to the next year as opening balances. The balances of the balance sheet accounts are accumulated during the lifetime of the company. The balances of P&L accounts are moved to retained earnings account in the balance sheet. Balances of P&L accounts are reset to zero each year. And of course, the balances are rolled up in the return earning account. The year-end close in Dynamics 365 Finance is executed by identifying legal entity, fiscal year that to be closed. Then the system creates batch jobs and tasks for each legal entity. Then run the closing logic to move the balances as we discussed earlier. This process is executed on Dynamics 365 Finance resources. With the optimized year-end close, the year-end close execution process runs on the microservice. So what are the elements of the optimized year-end close? We have the optimized year-end close service on LTS project that need to be installed. Then we have the optimized year-end close feature management on the 365 finance that need to be enabled. So how it works, when you run a year-end close process, the system checks if the optimized year-end close service is installed and the feature management is enabled. If those conditions are not met, the year-end close execution will be executed as the current design as of today. If those conditions are met, the year-end close execution will be executed on service, and Dynamics 365 Finance will remain listening to the service and update the year-end close results till the service completes the processing. With Optimize year-end close feature, there are two fields in the year-end close page have been introduced. The fields are results and status. The view results shows the year-end close results in sequence, starting from created year-end close job, preparing to process year-end close job, and so on till completed. In addition to that, we have introduced the transfer balance sheet financial dimensions on the year-end close template. This gives you ability to control the financial dimensions transfer for balance sheet accounts per dimension. This is as same as of what we have today for P&L accounts. So assuming we have balance on the petty cash account with the following financial dimensions: business unit as management consulting, department as sales and marketing, service line as application development. The balance sheet financial dimensions on the year-end close template as follows: business unit, close all, department, close single, and we did not define any financial dimension value. And for service line, we have closing single and defined systems integration. The opening result after year-end close on the petty cash account is transferring business unit as management consulting because we have defined close all, and the department is not transferred during the year-end close because we have defined department as closed single and did not define any financial dimension. And for service line, the system set the financial dimension as systems integration because we have defined the service line and the year-end close template as close all and defined explicitly the financial dimension. The optimized year-end close feature release is in application 10.0.31. If you are on 10.0.30 or 29, you can look for the latest quality update on LCS to get the optimized year-end close feature. And for the optimized year-end close service by December 1st, you can check for the service on LCS to install it. That's it. Thank you.
Okay, my friends. So as you have seen here in this video, very interesting demo. Just watch a detailed walkthrough of the optimized year-end closure feature in Dynamics 365 Finance. You see, very interesting. We can balance sheet accounts. We can see the profits and the losses, the P&L accounts. We can look at different like with the optimization enabled, the entire closing logic runs now on dedicated microservices. You see, not inside finance. This means you will have faster processing. We will have reduced load on finance, better scalability, and even more stable closed periods. All right. So in order to work with this, you need, of course, an optimized key and closure service installed via LCS and feature toggled on inside the Dynamics 365 finance measure, finance feature management. You see, and if both conditions aren't met, Dynamics 365, D365 falls back to the classic behavior. All right, so just be careful about this. So up next in our lesson, you have a second part of the lesson, Copilot and Excel. So we have reached the middle of our session. All right, let's just go ahead and take a short break now. I think we deserve it. We have reached the middle of our training right on time. All right, I will put on a timer for, let's say, 10 minutes short break. All right, this should be enough. And we will be back in 10 minutes to continue with our second part of our training. Okay, everyone, enjoy your short break. We'll be back in 10 minutes. Thank you. Cheers. Okay, everyone, and we are back from our short break. Hope they have a good one. You were able to stretch a little bit, maybe. So let's continue where we left off. Our next section of our training will be looking into Copilot now, more specifically for Excel. Okay, so Copilot mainly integrates AI into Excel and Power BI. You see, streamlining tasks that traditionally requires manual effort. Like in Excel, Copilot can assist with organizing data, performing advanced calculations, and even generating complex formulas. And you see, it will save you guys a lot of time, a lot of effort as well. So we'll be looking into understanding how Copilot enhances Excel and Power BI workflows also. And we're going to see how to use, we can use natural language prompts, so we can generate formulas, visuals, and even insights. So this is one of Copilot's standout feature, actually, which is its ability to interpret the natural language, enabling us users to simply ask for what we need, just in plain English. For example, in Excel, like users, you can ask you can type a query like show me the total sales for the last quarter, for example, and Copilot will automatically generate the appropriate formula. You see, similarly, in Power BI also, you can talk to Copilot, say just create a bar chart, for example, comparing sales and profits by region, maybe, and it will generate it for you. So we also look into automating the reports and the scenario modeling with minimal manual efforts, and how to identify some use cases for improving efficiency, accuracy, and decision making. Okay, so how does Microsoft Copilot, how can Microsoft Copilot help you in Excel and Power BI? So here we have a lot of features, a lot of things that can help us with. For example, as I was saying earlier, first generating formulas just using plain English. The days of carrying a heavy 900 pages index book to know the Excel formulas that we had are over, my friends. Back in the days, we used to have a full course about just the Excel formulas. We used to memorize those stuff, you know. Yes, people who we were like we flexed on each other. Like, I know Excel formulas, I memorized them. Yes, I'm better than you. Now with AI, we don't have to do this anymore. There's no need for flexing. We can just use regular English. Say what do we need to do? Like, just say, I don't know, calculate the running total for column B, for example, or find the average sales per region, as simple as that. And Copilot, it will generate the correct formula for you. So this is particularly beneficial for users that are unfamiliar with the Excel formula structure, or those that are handling intricate calculations, such as multi-condition if statement, maybe, you see, or some advanced statistical functions as well. It can help us by summarizing large data sets even. So when you're working with extensive spreadsheet or Power BI reports, for example, Copilot can quickly analyze the data and can produce concise summaries. You see, for example, well, let's say it can extract key insights, you see, like total revenue, changes over a certain period. It can detect trends in customer purchases and highlighted areas of concern if you want to as well. And we have like maybe rising operational costs, for instance. So all of this, it will automatically summarize data sets. Copilot will minimize the manual data reviews, allowing you guys to focus on the decision making, the actual decision making, and not just looking into the system and staring onto the data. You see, it can perform variance and trend analysis even. Like it can analyze variances, it can between like variance between projects, actual figures, highlights discrepancies in the financial performance, for example. You see resource allocation and even sales. Like I would say, financial performance, resource allocation, sales projections. It can identify these trends in the customer behavior, even in the product, the demand, or the market fluctuations, also enabling proactive adjustments. And instead of just like manually building formulas and functions for like time series analysis, users, they can simply request insights like what are the top growth trends, for example, and Copilot will take care of generating everything for you. You see, we can ask what if scenarios question, like try to change question without even having to do any code modifications. Like we can explore hypothetical scenarios without manually adjusting data sets or running some complex simulations. Like you can ask Copilot, what happens if our manufacturing costs decrease by 10%, you see, or how would a 5% customer churn could affect the revenue maybe. So Copilot will dynamically adjust the calculations, and it will offer predictive insights, enabling strategic planning, risk assessment without requiring any programming experience. All right. Of course, it will help you automate repetitive tasks as well. Copilot can streamline processes, recognize frequent tasks, and so on. Identifying data anomalies, generating natural language insights, recommending some visual styles. You can choose like the right chart. It can be challenging sometimes, especially when we have large data sets. So Copilot can intelligently suggest visualizations that are tailored to the data type and the analytical purpose that you have. For example, instead of defaulting to a bar chart, Copilot might suggest a heat map, let's say, for performance comparison, or like a waterfall chart maybe for financial shifts. You see, ensuring optimal data presentation. You can even assist in cleaning and transformation of your data. You see, messy data can hinder the analysis. Copilot can detect inconsistencies like duplicated records, missing values, formatting errors, and it can offer corrections with minimal user interventions also. Of course, it can simplify complex transformations like merging data sets or categories, categorizing raw data into structured outputs. Users, they can request actions like remove duplicates, for example, in spreadsheets, all of that kind of stuff. Very insightful, very helpful. So, all right, here are in a little bit less crumbled way, the different key concepts that you can have. Like, as we said, generate formulas in plain English, cleaning data sets, summarizing insights, doing visualizations, and forecasting. Here are some examples. Calculate year-over-year growth for Q1 revenue, for instance, about data cleaning, remove duplicates and highlight rows with missing values, for example, and even on summary insights, you can summarize expense trends by departments from 2022 to 2023. Okay, and visualizations, you can say, like, for example, the prompt would be create a bar chart comparing last month's sales by product. And in forecasting, we can say, like, predict next quarter's sales using historical data. All right. So here's a short use case. Let's take a look about it. So here, the account payable receivable. Okay. So I feel like the goal is to compare the planned budgets figures for each department. All right. We can see here we have the tables and the customers, the product, and so on. We have for each department and so. So we see, like, with the actual expenditures over a certain period that we have. By performing this analysis, you can identify which like which ones are overspending, and this analysis helps in making informed decisions about future budgeting, identifying potential areas for cost savings, understanding where additional resources might be needed as well. So we can, like, first we have, like, to paste our raw data. All right. We'll have to make sure we have a good lineup of our columns, like, department name, the budgeted amount, the actual amount, the variances, and so on. Once the data is pasted, Copilot will automatically begin processing it, and it will make the data analysis much more streamlined by recognizing the relevant fields. You see, then we'll move on to another step that will be prompt analysis. All right, this is where we're going to be actually calculating the variance between budget and actual budget for each department. So this prompt will ask Excel Copilot to, like, calculate this variance between the two values and for each department of the amount that we have. So the variance will be typically calculated by subtracting the actual amount from the budgeted amount, and it can be presented either as a new raw value, like I don't know, let's say $10,000 over budget, or it can be a percentage, like, for example, 10% over budget. You see, we can specify this as well. Then we have, like, color code any variance. You see, this will allow Copilot to just color code in red, for example, if there's any variance that exceeds the 10%. Let's say you have a department with more than 10% over budget, it will appear with a red background, while those with the accepted range will remain neutral or, like, highlighted in any other color, like maybe blue, green, yellow, whatever. Okay, and the last prompt we have here is generate summary paragraph of which department went overboard. I see. So mainly, what I understand here from this prompt, that after the variance have been calculated and they have been color coded, this prompt will request Copilot to, like, generate this textual summary that will explain the result of the analysis. Apparently, the summary will include information on which department have exceeded their budget and by how much they have exceeded it. Okay. So basically, yeah, that will be the outcome of all these prompts. We have an analysis will be completed in seconds, and insights that are ready to export to Word or to PowerPoint directly from our initial Excel sheet. So there's a topic that is very important to discuss also, and it always comes up, which is security and data considerations. You see, Copilot follows Microsoft 365 data governance rules. So this is very important. Data never leaves your organization's tenant. Okay? And this is a fundamental security feature of Copilot 365. It ensures that all the data used within Microsoft applications like Word, Excel, Power BI, and other stuff, they stay within the organization's infrastructure. And when you interact with Copilot, it doesn't send your organization's data to external servers for processing. Instead, all processing happens locally within your organizations. Okay? Inside your organization's Microsoft 365 environment. Oh, and this is just to adhere to the security protocols and privacy settings that your organization has set up. This minimizes the risks of data leaks or breaches also, of course, as no sensitive or proprietary data is transmitted outside the organization's network. Okay, guys? So, is everything clear so far? Let me know all is good. One more question that people usually ask me as an AI specialist. So, guys, I will answer it directly. AI models do not retain or they do not learn from your data. Okay? Copilot, especially, it operates under strict privacy guidelines. You see, meaning that the AI models used, they do not have the ability to store or learn from your organization's data beyond the immediate session. This is crucial for maintaining confidentiality and preventing the unauthorized data usage. Because also, once a task is completed, Copilot does not retain any of the information that you have provided. See, unlike some AI services where data might be used to continuously improve the models, like some other AI services, Copilot actually strictly avoids such practices because as a result, you do not need to worry now that the sensitive company data will be used to retrain the AI models. You see, it ensures both security and privacy. All right. Only the admins, they can control the access at the users or the group levels of the data and of the AI tools as well. Remember, a short best practice that I would like to tell you is to always verify the output for accuracy before sharing any data that has been generated with AI externally. Okay? Use Copilot as a support tool. Remember this, as a support tool and not a final authority. It will never come and replace us as humans. Okay? Up next, we have risk management and fraud detection. So this is a very simple module, very short. Let's have a look at it here. So what is risk management in the AI context? So we know risk management in finance and such, but in the AI context here, when we say risk management in AI, it refers to the integration of artificial intelligence, particularly machine learning, and data modeling also, to be able to detect, to assess, and to mitigate the risks in the business processes. Okay, like traditional risk management relies on human analysis, historical data, and rules that are based systems, rules-based systems to like identify and prevent these risks. But AI, or like, however, the AI enables businesses to process vast amount of data in real time, making it possible to identify the emerging risks faster with more accuracy and at a larger scale. All right. AI-driven risk management systems utilize various techniques such as supervised learning, unsupervised learning, and anomaly detection to be able to continuously monitor the data streams and also learn from historical trends to predict and prevent the risks. So let's break down the specific components. Okay, first we need to always detect early warning signs for financial anomalies, as you can see here. We need to try to predict the credit, operational, and compliance risk as well. I mean, AI does that. Like, for example, I may detect that particular customer who previously had good credit and increasingly delayed their payment over time. The credit is increasingly delayed over time. So based on this behavior, the AI could flag this account as high risk for future credit extension. You see, we can look into AI can work and look into monitoring behavior also to surface the potential misconduct, can automate internal control processes as well. So, you know why this helps? Because, of course, it will be working at a much larger scale than we usually do, right? And it will detect subtle deviation in humans that might miss. So AI is very precise and doesn't rest. You see, it actually does all the job for us to help us work on the data even better. All right. And also, it can flag issues before that they escalate. So this is the most useful thing here. So before the issue arises, the AI can flag a potential issue so we can have a look at it and try to prevent it before that it happens. Okay. Fraud detection, we all know different types of fraud detection, maybe, but there are some types, of course, that AI can detect, like payment fraud, you see, duplicate invoices, suspicious vendors, and so on. Like if the same vendor submits 2 invoices for the same product, maybe, or the same service on the same day, AI can flag this as a potential duplicate or a fraudulent transaction. You see, so it is very useful. We have insider threats as well that can be detected, like the unauthorized access or the privileges that are being misused. So let's say an employee maybe who normally accesses only financial records, they begin downloading sensitive HR data without any reason. You see, so AI could alert the administrators to investigate this more further. You have vendor fraud, of course, like you have fake suppliers, maybe overbilling. Imagine like you have a vendor that submits a bill for a larger quantity of goods than was actually ordered, or if they are like being paid even more frequently than expected. So maybe here we have vendor fraud. Okay, we also have expense fraud. It might be inflated or false claims, even like it can detect if an employee repeatedly submits claims for expenses just below the maximum approval threshold, or is making multiple claims for the same item. You see, maybe submitting 2 receipts for the same hotel stay by mistake, but it will detect this, that there's an issue here. You have like the same receipt twice. The amount is very high, it's doubled. You should check this out. You see, that's what AI can help with. Even account takeover, like imagine credential misuses unauthorized login patterns, all of that. Let's say someone has logged into their account at 2 a.m. from an unknown location. Okay, so this is suspicious activity here. So we have some AI techniques that are used for AI for fraud detection, of course, like pattern recognition, behavioral analysis, neural networks, of course, and time series anomaly detection. So when we say pattern recognition, this is a fundamental AI technique where algorithms they like analyze the historical data to so they can identify the AI technique, the recurring patterns, the relationships within the data of using this technique. And in the context of fraud detection, pattern recognition also helps AI models to recognize like what normal or what's expected behavior look like, and they will automatically flag any deviations. And these models, they can be trained to identify typical payment cycles. You see, customer purchasing behaviors even, or employee activity patterns maybe. Any deviations from these patterns can be like flagged as a potential fraud. You see, similarly, behavior analysis focuses more on understanding the typical behavior of the users or the entities, and then detecting when these behaviors they change in a suspicious or an unexpected way. About neural networks, let's say a neural network, it may be trained to analyze credit card transactions and detect hidden fraud patterns that a traditional model might miss, like a fraudulent account creation using slight variations in personal information. You see, neural network is a subset of machine learning. They are modeled they are modeled after the human brain's neural structure. So they consider a layer of nodes or neuron, if you want, that are interconnected, and they work together to be able to recognize patterns in the data. So in fraud detection, neural networks, they are used to process complex data sets, identifying even subtle patterns or relationships that might not be visible or traditional statistical methods as well. So neural networks, they can analyze both structured data and unstructured data as well. You see, this is a very nice thing to know now. And time series anomaly detection. So as the name mentions it, absolutely, time series anomaly detection focuses on detecting the unusual data points in data sets that are ordered over time, such as like transaction records, login times, or account activity logs even. So this technique is particularly useful in fraud detection because many fraud schemes, they involve change in activities over time, like sudden spikes in transaction or unusual account activity after business hours. You see, so this is time series anomaly detection's purpose. What makes AI good at fraud detection, my friends? Well, one of the primary advantages of using AI in fraud detection is its ability to monitor transactions and the behaviors 24/7. You see, providing a real-time analysis without the need to break down, to have downtime, to have a short breaks, and so on. It provides real-time analysis without the need to do all of that. Unlike traditional methods where fraud detection is performed in periodic reviews, like daily, weekly, and so on, AI continuously scans all incoming data for the suspicious activity as it happens. And this enables organizations to catch fraudulent actions as soon as they occur, preventing further damages. You see, whether it's financial transactions, login attempts, or changes in account behaviors, AI algorithms they run in the background, offering constant vigilance across different platforms like the payment systems, the banking apps, the e-commerce sites, and so on. Okay? So, let's have a look now at a short video, all right, about top 8 AI-powered fraud detection methods. And here's the link. Of course, let me share this to you in the chat as usual. Let's see. I have sound on. Great.
According to recent studies, organizations worldwide lose an estimated 5% of their revenue to fraud every year. Millions of cases of document fraud are reported, and these numbers are growing fast. Each of these incidents can bring a risk of financial loss, damaged integrity, security breaches, and non-compliance with industry regulations. Think of altering IDs for service access, modifying receipts for inflated reimbursements, or issuing fake invoices to businesses. Manual verification is impractical and insufficient against advanced fraud techniques. That's why at Clipper, we employ AI-driven fraud detection within our document processing services, so you can process documents without worrying about fraud. But how does fraud detection work? In this video, we'll explain different types of fraud detection with examples. Let's start with meta or EXIF data checks. Metadata is the data about the document, such as author, size, date of creation, etc. The date and editor checks at Clipper flag inconsistencies, such as mismatches in creation and editing dates, or edits from photo manipulation software. This way, we identify potential document tampering for further review. Next up, we have visual checks, where we assess images for alterations. First of all, we have copy move detection. Think of an image of a damaged car for an insurance claim, where the same dent is dragged and dropped and scaled all over the car, making damage seem much worse than it actually is. But how would you detect something like this? At Clipper, we identify reused pixel clusters to reveal manipulations. A common use case we see is validating pictures of receipts for expense management or loyalty campaigns. We can, for example, see if the same 3 has been used to make amounts bigger or smaller, even if there are multiple different 3s on the image. Another way to visually detect fraud is via what we call splicing. Here we can see if part of an image has been added from an external source, for example, a signature on a contract. We do this by compressing the image in such a way that the edges of anything that's added light up. Our AI model, which has been trained on these compressed images, can then provide a clear yes or no answer as to whether an addition has been detected or not. While visual checks can only be done on images, a check that can be done for all file types is duplicate detection. Say you're running a loyalty campaign where customers can send in their receipts and get loyalty points for purchased promo products. You want to prevent customers from getting points twice for the same receipt, but you don't want to check all send-in receipts manually or penalize legitimate but similar submissions. That's where hash checks come in. A hash is a unique document identifier consisting of key data points. In this case, this could be the total amount, purchase date, and receipt number. With Clipper, you can check all hashes from your customer's receipts and flag any duplicates, preventing double submissions while allowing multiple legitimate purchases. Fraud with financial documents can be caught with mathematical checks. Is the total amount the sum of the line items? Does the VAT percentage match the VAT amount? And do all subtotals add up correctly? If any of these are wrong, the document might be tampered with. Cross-checking compares document data against reliable external sources. Remember our damaged car? By cross-checking the license plate with the vehicle registration database, you could check whether the make, model, and color of the vehicle match the car shown in the pictures. Another form of cross-checking is 2- or 3-way matching. Here, document numbers are extracted from different types of documents and compared to each other. So when you receive a new invoice, you can automatically verify that the details on the original purchase order correspond with those listed on the invoice. If matched, your business authorizes the payment to the supplier. But if the evaluated data conflicts, the invoice is escalated for further review. Cross-checking can be done for any type of document, as long as you have a secondary source of information to reference, like government registration databases, your own databases, zip codes matching localities, etc. Identity verification also offers multiple fraud detection possibilities, something we specialize in at Clipper. Our identity verification service can, for example, check whether data on a scanned ID matches with the MRZ data, the NFC chip, and with user-provided selfies. We can also do a liveness check, where we detect if the user is a real person. Checks like these can help you comply with regulations such as KYC and AML. There are of course many more ways to detect fraud in documents, many of which we offer as part of our Clipper solutions, either out of the box or as something we can create specifically for your use case with our prompt and flow builder in the Doc Horizon platform. To discover more about how Clipper can protect your organization from fraud, have a look at our website, book a demo, or get in touch. And remember to subscribe for updates on our latest innovations.
All right, my friends. So you've seen it here, a small tool, very interesting, very nice, how it can work and function and help us do many, many things when on our daily line of work. So, what is AI and credit and financial risk scoring? You see, this is a very interesting topic, also an important one. So, how can AI support in this? Mainly, when we say AI in credit and financial risk scoring, this refers to the application of AI techniques like machine learning, natural language processing, neural network, all of that, to be able to assess the financial health, you see, credit worthiness, the potential risks that are associated with the individuals, the companies, or investments even. Now, traditionally, credit scoring has been based on fixed metrics like chat, like a credit history, income, assets, and with AI, this approach expands beyond these static measures to be able to incorporate dynamic and alternative data sources even. You see, it can help us with doing data-driven decision. So like AI can handle and analyze large amounts of structured and unstructured data. So by processing this data, AI offers better risk prediction, particularly in cases where traditional models they fail to capture the complexity of the financial risks. We have also alternative data sourcing, I would say. So in addition to the like usual financial metrics, AI can analyze alternative data such as transaction histories, email tones, social media sentiments, operational trends, all of that. So these alternative data sources, they give like more comprehensive view of borrowed or vendors' financial behavior and health. You see, we have also predictive models where AI uses machine learning algorithms to create these predictive models, and these models they can identify risk factors that may not be immediately apparent, which is improving accuracy and reducing the biases in risk assessments. Okay. Of course, also they will help in fraud detection, real-time insights, and all of that. We have also a lot of different tools and platforms that we can work with. I've seen these are some examples for anomaly detection and monitoring. We have Microsoft Azure Anomaly Detector. We have SAS Visual Analytics. We have Data Robot. We have Alteryx with machine learning. Okay, right? For audit and control, we have black line risk management. We have AppZen, so this is for audit automation, and ACL robotics, which is now known as also Galvazine or High Bond. Okay, and also the finance platforms and the integrated ERP systems like Dynamics 365 fraud protection, SAP fraud management, and Oracle risk management cloud. So if you want, take note of these so you can have a look at them later. So these are very nice, very important. What we can look at. All right. So. Okay. What could the challenges and different considerations that we might face? Of course, when implementing AI in risk management and fraud detection, organizations, they must be mindful of several challenges and considerations that can affect the efficacy of these systems. You see, like, of course, all the false positive. Yes, if we're gonna start with something, we're gonna start with that. So the overly sensitive models, for example, they might waste time. Like, this is one of the most significant challenges when we are deploying AI models in fraud detection and risk management, which is the generation of false positives. A false positive occurs when AI systems flag an activity as suspicious or maybe fraudulent, even though it is actually legitimate. You see? So, like, overly sensitive AI models that are designed to catch every anomaly made up, may end up flagging too many legitimate transactions as suspicious, leading to having unnecessary interventions. You see? Um, the challenges here will be like increasing operational cost. Customers will be frustrated. Also, we will get tired of always getting the wrong error. Sometimes we will also negligate, like that's just probably a false positive. You see, man, we don't know when something is actually worth. We need to look into it. So we also have data quality. Like, remember, garbage in is garbage out. Basically, AI, machine learning models, they are all highly dependent on the quality of the data that is used to train them. So if the data that's fed into these systems is inaccurate or incomplete, or if it's biased, the AI models, they will produce misleading or unreliable results 100% of the time. So you see, the phrase garbage in, garbage out underscores the importance of ensuring the high quality, clean, and well structured data for effective fraud detection and risk management. So if you train your AI model with garbage, you will have garbage outputs. You'll have garbage answers. Okay? Three, well, it's more like compliance and ethics. Yeah, it can be a challenge. I think about it like monitoring employees must follow privacy. Of course. The employee privacy is very important. Like reviewing the emails, tracking the login times, analyzing the internal communications. This can infringe on the privacy rights, leading to legal and some ethical concerns. You see, collecting the data, processing and storing sensitive information like the financial records, maybe, or any other PII. This can expose organizations to data breaches or unauthorized access, even. So, uh, so we need to be careful about this. And also the need of for human oversight, which is always necessary here. AI flags risks. Okay, great. But it's the humans who assess the context and the intent of the risk. You see, you have powerful AI systems. Okay, detect patterns, detect anomalies in large data sets. That's great, but they lack the ability to fully understand the context, the intent, and the nuances of the human behavior. You see, this is where the human oversight becomes critical. Humans, they can assess the subtleties of a situation which an AI might miss. And in risk management, it's essential to combine AI's efficiency with the human's judgment. All right, my friends. Of course, remember the best practice is to combine the AI alerts with the workflows for the human reviews. So this is the best solution that we could implement. So let me know from your side, guys. Is everything clear? All is good? Do you have any questions? I see the Q&A section empty. Must mean I did a good job explaining. If there's no questions, then everything is clear. Let me know. Can you please confirm? Just send in react, do a react, or send something in the chat. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much for the applause and your reactions and your messages in the chat. I see this. Amazing. Thank you so much. So, my friends, with that, I conclude our session. I would like to thank you all so very much for attending this training with me and listening to me explain and share all my knowledge regarding working with AI and AI and in our daily life, basically. I'll be sharing with you in the chat the link to my LinkedIn profile. See, in this way, in case you have any question related to the session or the AI or anything that I can help you with, feel free. If you're on LinkedIn, go ahead, click on the link and connect with me. I will be more than happy to help out. Also, please, it's very important for me. Do provide me with some feedback. I see already in the chat some very nice. Thank you so much for your input, for your feedback, my friends. I really enjoyed. If you want, provide me some more in the chat. Let me know how did I do? How was the session? How was your experience? If you want, you can put 1/5 maybe. I mean, a grade over 5. Like, you know, a 5 would be the best grade. 1 would be the worst. Thank you so much for your applause. I see very nice messages. Thank you so much in the chat. I was very happy to be delivering this training with you, and I really hope to see you in future trainings. Really, thank you so much again. And remember, keep on learning. We are always, we are never actually one step ahead of new technologies. Benjamin, thank you so much for the question. Regarding the recording, my friends, it will be available in the chat section here in our in this chat right after the post processing is completed. Okay, usually it can take a little bit of time, but don't worry, you will definitely receive it. All right, just be patient. Thank you so much for attending, and I wish you a good rest of the day. You are free to leave. Goodbye.